would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin Television. The episode is 223. I am Raymond, author of the Dolphin Wars book trilogy and ruler of the greatest pod on YouTube. And tonight is Surfside Chant, and we've got a special gift. I have been begging for this guy to come on and visit us, but he is just so painfully shy, and it just took so much negotiation and stuff like this. But here he is. We have the incomparable Legatus Legionnaire. How are you, my friend?
I deny everything.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's all Fit's doing. I have nothing to do with it.
What? It hasn't even started yet.
Well, I want to make sure the point is out there.
That. All right. So, well, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on. And tonight we're just going to have a good old time. We'll get to know you, get to let everybody experience the legend that is Legatus. And we may do some, I'm thinking of doing a couple of book reviews tonight. So with that, we will start welcoming our chats. Let's see, close that. No one wants to see my let's see. We have Nobody Cares, or known as Captain Infinity. How are you? Tonight is just Legatus and I just kvetching, talking about where we think the life, the universe, what is the future of King Dolphin TV? Maybe review a couple of books and just see where things go from here.
And the ultimate answer is 42.
42, yeah, okay.
Eventually, we'll get Raymond to read the world's largest trilogy.
If I can find enough of a cast, I would love to make it an audiobook. I would really like to make it an audiobook. But it's got to be more than just Jill and I. Okay.
I know your regular size of the pod is slowly growing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you could find some blackmail material to get them to voice a part or two.
That's true. Hey, that's an idea. That's a totally good idea.
And yes, Snort, it's complete shenanigans.
See, Snort, I was talking to him in the back room, and I think he's trying to get an idea on who the competition is for the Slappies this week, for this Saturday. So, of course, I have no idea what Fett has designed at all. And that worries me. but I do have it on good authority that a certain small four-legged critter will be joining us during the competition. So is Snort eating all the Christmas cookies and candies and candy canes? And he claims innocence. Yeah, I decided, with this music, I feel it's black and white classic Hollywood. I decided since the year is winding down to do old school titles.
Yeah, because it felt like a Laurel and Hardy or a Buster Keaton.
Yeah.
You know, back when you can enjoy Hollywood and know you're going to have a good time. It's escapist entertainment from the real world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Groucho Marx, the Marx Brothers, Laurel and Hardy. Oh no, Legatus has a commanding lead on that. I'm too innocent. Okay, Snort. Okay.
Well, in order to win, you have to get across the finish line, and unfortunately, Snort is stretched out over the finish line, so I don't think any of us can pass him.
That's true. That's true. He may be sitting at the finish line with a fork and a knife and a bib. Hey, Dalek, how you doing? We've got the exterminator out there.
Yeah, exterminated all Christmas goodies and food stuffings.
Yeah, that's true. So what was your Christmas dinner? Quite festive? Legatus?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had, I think, about a dozen people at the family table.
Oh, okay, cool. We had tag team family. We had one of my stepsons come by Sunday, or Christmas Eve, and his girlfriend, and then on Christmas Day we went over to go to the other stepson and be terrorized by the grandgirls, the granddaughters.
Well, I'm sure your grandkids didn't think of it as terrorizing.
No?
No, it was more like livening up the entertainment.
Yeah. Yep. They had a great time conquering Grandpa. They are definite forces of nature.
Yep. And I'm sure Grandma kept pointing, go there, go there.
Yeah, Grandma did. Grandma did. The 2-year-old finally took to Grandpa and actually named me. I am now Papa. So she's finally gotten to the point where she'll name me instead of running away screeching in fear when I come near her. But she's 2 years old. Oh, come on, StreamYards. No, it's YouTube. Oh, there it is. Yep, Papa Dolphin. And if anybody is so inclined, I have just pinned the tip link to the beginning of the stream. That way we can keep Snort in walrus drumsticks. No, wait, they have walrus flutes. He says, Papa Dolphin. Yeah. All right. So, yes, I owe the chat hellos. We've got 8 people. Wow. And probably some lurkers. Start says, I'm used to people running off and screaming. Yep. Okay, well, whoever is lurking, welcome. And let me welcome those that are here. We've got Captain Infinity, also known as Nobody Cares. We've got, let's see. We've got, as part of the wrench team, we've got my producer, Sandra, the amazing Sandra. Hail to you, Sandra. Love you. And right now she's getting terrorized by Snoopy, as usual. He's already gotten 1 cow ear and 1 stick. What else so far?
Bullet.
A bully stick. So, yeah. We've got $451, the big exterminator. And, of course, we've got the biggest and the baddest. The heck? All right, what did you choose? Oh, there you are. Major Kong and Sniffles are playing some shenanigans.
It wasn't me.
They hid. Snort up a pass. Q-bar. Scream. Let's start this show. Yeah, I don't know why those two decided to hide me. They just decided to play some games. Have a good show. All right, so now we can get things started here. Yes, dot scream. So, again, we have decided, that's what I wanted. We decided to, because I guess because of the end of the year, we decided to just turn this into a Surfside chat, and I may have a couple reviews. But then this guy decided he wanted to come on. So let us find out more about Legatus Legionii. As much as he can tell, I mean, with a visage like that, I'm sure he's got a lot of secrets that he must hide. Right? What got us?
I can't say. But yeah, otherwise, born and raised in the same city.
Okay.
So I haven't really moved from there. So
yeah.
I'm not like people that every year, new city, new adventure. No.
You're in Western cold country.
Yep, I'm in the Great White North. The Canadian Rocky Mountains are to the west of me.
Oh, wow.
So for people that enjoy cross-country snowing, downhill skiing, this is their ideal place to be.
Huh? Looking
in
at
the summertime with the national parks, hiking in the great outdoors.
Okay.
Sadly, I've never been one of those.
You just watch people wanting to kill themselves as they do these wandering treks. Snora Poopa says, Snorter Poopus asks, Cobalt and Pudgy still visiting Mama Eagle? Haven't heard. They are back, but maybe busy. But according to what Pudgy's schedule says, he'll be there for this weekend. And Snort says, born and raised in the state of confusion. So, snort. So, same. Canada's got to be a lovely country. I've only been to Toronto. I think the furthest into Canada I've been is Toronto.
Yeah, well, Toronto is the most Americanized city outside of the U.S. proper.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've only been there, once back in the late 70s.
Okay. And I take it back. I've also done Thunder Bay, Ontario. You know, the one where you've got the infamous picture of the car right out in the middle of the lake. My ex said that's a myth because if it had been out there, it would have been stripped down and all you'd see was the tires left on the lake. So,
yeah, well, we've got our own tourist attraction, not that far away in Vulcan, where they have a nice model of the Enterprise.
Oh.
And a tourist shop all dedicated to it.
Oh, okay. A town called Vulcan.
Yeah, Vulcan, Alberta.
Oh, okay. Obviously named way before the show.
I'd have to look it up to see when they were called Vulcan.
Let me check my
But they've adopted Spock pretty much.
Let me take a look at my little Wikipedia. Okay, Wikipedia. I don't like my search engine anymore. You click on it, and it takes you into something where you got to press 8 different buttons to get to get to where you want to be. Vulcan, Black Vulcan. Man, a lot of Vulcan. There it is. Vulcan, Canada. 1912. It's in southern Alberta.
Yeah, I have it as, in 1910, a Canadian Pacific Railway surveyor who had a fondness for Roman mythology named the town after the Roman god of fire.
Yep.
So this was, a good 50 years before Gene Roddenberry created Star Trek.
Yep.
And they made quite a big fuss when Leonard Nimoy personally visited the town in 2010.
Oh, okay. Right after the 2009 movie. Snort made it as far as Kingston and Windsor before they threw me out. How much mayhem did you cause? You don't just get thrown out of a town.
Well, with Snort, I think it was more like a flatbed truck.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, we'll escort you out.
Ah, true. Oh, wait. Let me put this out there. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to show this, which I think is cool. The Enterprise Monument. That's cool. Replica of the Enterprise and named after Vulcan Airport's designator CFX6. Cool. I know, I don't know if they've got one up there in Canada, but I know up in Ticonderoga, New York, one of the James Cawley created the set from the original series, and they've used it like in some fanfic. Now it's now they use it for tours, and William Shatner has been there a few times. I won't go to New York for many reasons.
Yeah, I've only went through New York City once, and that was just because of a connection with the train lines.
Mm.
But yeah, there are a few places that do recreations of the Enterprise,
Mm-hmm.
and they rent it out for fanfics.
Yeah. I think the RCMP found out I was planning to stage a prison break for all my relatives in Churchill. Mm. Snort, snort, snort. Gotta watch those Mounties.
Yeah, in the mountains we've got elk, caribou, bison. You always have the moose on the loose.
Ooh, moose on the loose, yes. And it ain't Bullwinkle, and it is not Bullwinkle. It's not Bullwinkle. It's moose is the size of a house.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see this one here. Let's see what that town of Vulcan, CA looks like. Whoa. Wow. This I think I'm going to share. Looks like that. Let me see here. That's a pretty little town.
Yep.
You know, that looks like a VOR. But I guess it's just a building that they turned into the museum. Oh, okay. It's just two pictures. Let's see. Wow. Recreation. Vulcan Arena. Oh, they got an arena. Probably where the Klingons fight. Oh, it's ice hockey. I knew that. Let's see what the attractions are. Vulcan and District Historical Society. Oh, golf and country club. Huh. Okay. But the problem is Vulcan's a desert planet, and I don't think it quite matches the aesthetics of Vulcan Canada. Does
Well,
it?
they made Leonard Nimoy, Spock, an honorary citizen.
Okay. Okay, FX6, which is the designation, the day or the year it got unveiled, and A is the first project. I don't like that. I like that version of the Enterprise. I like that. Of course, I think it would be better if it was excuse me.
Well, they had the original from the TV show, but then
Uh-huh.
as soon as the movies came out and how popular it became, and
Mhm.
how the tourists would deliberately stop through Vulcan, Alberta, because it became so popular, they decided to upgrade their display.
Oh, okay.
And when they did, they decided to go with the newer one that most of the people were now familiar with.
Oh, okay. Hello, Scarlet Fever. A new person here. Welcome, and please like and subscribe. Please continue to add to the pod. We want to get those. We want to make this pod really big, really
want
big.
the pod as popular as possible.
Yes, we want the pod as popular as possible. We want it huge, huge. Okay.
So are you going to give us any additional sneak peeks at this secret project you and this strange fellow that likes the dress?
Yeah. Okay, I can do that. Right now. Oh, and don't forget, during the slappies, all his jokes are good. Please. I will do that promo later on tonight. Yes. Let me because it's still in the working stage. I will say that it's going to be a graphic novel. Mainly because I want to try and dabbling into another genre. Or another means of, probably genre. The word escapes me right now as to what it should. Another medium. Thank you. Nobody cares. Yes, I want to dabble into another medium. So I have had a talk with Comic Relief Crusader, and he is going to draw it. And I'm going to write it. It is going to be, and I know I'm going to hear either gasps of horror or raspberries, a la Carol, but it's going to be a prequel of sorts to All's Fair. So that's what it is.
Question then.
Yes.
Will this take place during the time when there was the war between the two species, the Occam and the Akai?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's way before then. It's even before the start of it's before the start of the Earth Mars first War of Independence. So it's before the prologue of All's Fair.
Yeah, no. Because the war between
the Akai and Occam?
Yeah, was millennium old.
Yes.
So I was just wondering, how far of a prequel are we going?
It is not that far. It's only going to. Let me. It is. it's going to involve Tanya. So that's how it's not going to be that far. It's going to be at the beginning of it's going to be at the beginning of the Earth Mars revolution.
Yeah, so 40 to 50 years before your first novel. That's the time frame we're looking at.
Yeah. Actually, well, it all depends. Remember the prologue. It's probably 5 years before the prologue. And hello, Phantom Outsider. Hello there. And let's just say that I'm going to use it to clean up some continuity issues. And I know you've read all 3 books, so you've seen that. You can agree that there are some continuity snafus.
Well, let's say as someone reading it, I found those points are discussion points among the fans.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it continuity snafus, as Nobody Cares just said. It's like, from a certain point of view, this is how it happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then as we peel away the various layers of secrecy, then we find out, it's more like this.
Mm-hmm. And remember, you've got the twists and turns in all 3 books were definitely there for a reason.
Yep. So that's why we can't wait to see what the 2 of you come up with for this prequel.
Yep. So now that I got you on, you are the one of the biggest Dolphin Wars fans because you've read all 3, and you have given me a lot of good critique. What is your thought of the series? What is your thought of the series? Non-spoilers. Did you like it? Did you dislike it?
Well, considering my reading is a lot of science fiction, fantasy classics,
Mm-hmm.
so as well as the James Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
So here it's like you've got a combination of all of them in the series.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I found that to be, quite enjoyable.
Good.
You've had the mystery, the sci-fi, you had the, the spies and the espionage.
Mm-hmm.
So it had a little of everything, and it was all done in such a unique fashion that it was fresh.
I like that unique fashion.
Yeah, because too often you'll see, people just try to do a copy and paste of someone else.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's not interesting at all.
No. Not
The
at all.
Disney Star Wars was all copy paste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I couldn't stand those movies.
Yeah.
Like here, your stories were all unique.
Yeah.
You're able to, like and dislike, the characters as you presented them.
Yeah.
We didn't have to worry about, this character's a Mary Sue. It's like, no.
No.
Each one was able to progress over time.
Mm-hmm.
Each character did have flaws, and that's what made it all the more realistic.
Yep. And I was over there as I was writing the second one. I'm over there going, could these stories be accused as being woke? And I got to thinking, no, none of my female characters are Mary Sue's. All of them have a reason that they're this way.
And all of them started off from a point of, I won't quite use the term weakness, but they all grew over time.
Mm-hmm.
They got promotions. They ended up getting married, getting children. And even then, there were still struggles.
Mm-hmm.
And, eventually we got to the point where, okay, now they're a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see that, yeah, they weren't just given this right off the bat.
Yeah.
And through your novels, you've had it where, you dealt with the one family,
Mm-hmm.
and then their kids sort of started to take over in the next novel and so on.
Yeah.
So it was a nice progression.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you had the same main antagonist of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of keeping eye on things,
Yeah.
Sort of giving hints and nudging her kids and grandkids in a certain way. And we never felt, like she was overpowering. She had her position in the stories.
Yep.
It made complete sense.
Mm-hmm.
And she even had growth throughout as well.
Yep. That's true.
And that's hard to control, especially when you had a nice sized family and you're trying to keep a balance between all the, various characters.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when I was trying to do a family tree, and it turned out to be more of a bush. I'm going, all right, let's see, here. I mean, I knew I had it in my mind, but no way was I going to be able to
and that's why I really appreciated, as a fan with the novels, at the start of the book, you literally had a biography section saying, well, here are the main characters. This is what you briefly need to know about them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you didn't read the previous novel, it's like, okay, well, here's a quick 2 sentences explaining who they are, what they do, and go enjoy.
Yep. And you notice we're doing, Legatus and I are doing a very vague, because I don't know how many have read the books out here. So I am very protective and very much into avoiding spoilers, just in case. But I think most of everybody here.
Yeah, the only spoilers we'll say is it's a well worth read.
Yep.
Order your signed copy today.
Yes, definitely.
The links are in the tree.
Exactly, Linktree. Snort says they're not continuity issues; they're alternate universes. Let's see. Actually, King Dolphin is reporting stuff he saw in an alternate universe, but when he went back to see more, he forgot to bookmark it. So was then looking at a similar but slightly different. Wait, here's the universe. It happens all the time. Few people can perceive the slight differences between the various universes. Polar bears are pretty good at it, right? And Snort says, I prefer to think of them as temporal infarctions. It helps being a pan-dimensional being. What's this one? A few weeks ago, I saw a broadcast from King Tuna TV, and the legatus there had a Roman in a toga for an icon. Who is King Tuna? Another, well, imitation is the sincerest form. So you didn't think that the fact that I had overpowered I in other words, I created the ultimate superpower.
Yeah, but it's one where they had to discover it.
True.
So it wasn't that they had it all the time.
No.
They had to go through daily struggles before they ended up in a life-death situation.
Yeah.
Just had to do what they had to do in order to survive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it wasn't all of a sudden, you have this super powerful being, that can take over everything. It's like, no.
It happened
and you even showed it that, you explained how it came about being and how frightened the individual was when they discovered they had it.
Yeah.
So the character had, lots of development there.
True.
And that's one thing that as a reader you can easily understand and, not say, oh, this is a Mary Sue. It's like, no. It was a complete growth of the character, complete growth of the direction of the stories. And even afterwards, it wasn't a power that they used willy-nilly. They were afraid of it.
Yeah. Because of the ramifications.
Yeah. And then that's, what makes the story so impelling is that you don't know when they're going to need to use that power next.
That's true.
Even though you've got, the war going on, you've got these various factions in play. And at the same time, you have this family that seems to be caught up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And they're trying to maintain their privacy. So it has a very fine line that they have to all traverse.
Yeah.
And that's what, makes it so compelling, is that you can see in real life that, yeah, this is what such a family will do to protect themselves.
And not only themselves, but the species as a whole.
Yeah, not just their species, but also the Akaki and the Okum.
Yeah. And I think Blood Feud really makes it clear on that. Yeah, it's three separate stories, but if you look really close, you can see the thread.
Yeah, you can see it progressing, and each can be a standalone. You give enough background at the start that any person can jump in at that time. Hey, Jill.
Hi, Jill. Welcome to Anti-Derivative Jill. How are you doing? Hope your holiday was wonderful.
So as a spoiler, non-spoiler,
yeah,
have you decided on a title for your prequel graphic novel?
Yes, I have.
Are you going to share it and
Oh,
remind everybody?
all right. All right. And yes. Okay. Well, Jill says that's great when an episodic storytelling is interwoven in a cohesive universe. Sounds great. Thank you, Jill. Yes, I'm kind of I am not sure whether it's going to be a graphic novel or a series. I'm right now at about 20 pages. However, it's constantly morphing. And yes, I'm doing this deliberately. Legatus. Let's see. Hello, Pudgy Hedgehog. Favorite cookie. Oh boy, whatever Sandra makes. Because right now I'm having she made for me snickerdoodles, chocolate chip cookies, and oatmeal raisin cookies. So my answer is so anything Sandra makes. Legans, what's yours?
Well, when I grew up, my mother used to have those chocolate chip cookies that you bake fresh, that's already
Yeah.
pre-done.
Mm.
So I grew up on that, and then occasionally I'll still, go to the store and get those, the chewy chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, so that's chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Okay, I will take it back. I don't like peanut butter. Anything Sandra makes, but not peanut butter.
Yeah, me, growing up, I was tested for allergies.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, peanut butter came up not as a full-blown allergy, but enough of a reaction that they say stay away from.
Oh, okay. Mine isn't a react. Um, I mine mine. I love peanuts. I absolutely love peanuts, but I guess it's the texture of peanut butter that just doesn't appeal to me. Jill says that's a great answer. Sandra's cookies are the best. I'll take all the peanut butter ones. Let's see. Okay, you want a title. All right. The title of the upcoming graphic novel comic series is
Part one.
no.
Oh, come on. You know it's going to be a trilogy at the end.
The title is Devilry. And take that where you will. And it will be wrong. The Raymonator. I like it. Wow. The goddess is shocked.
So, in other words, we're going to get the background story of where the Devil Ray ship originated from and what inspired it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Maybe. Possibly. We will see. Like I said, work in progress. And I will admit to having a bit of writer's block right now.
Well, just wait till you work off the the Christmas dinner calories.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now it's time to get up and about. And get back into a routine.
Well, usually what I do is when I want to try and get myself to sleep, my thoughts are just all over the place. And so I need something to try and put me back into focus. So I started narrating my stories in my head while I'm trying to sleep. That's how the second two got written.
So how often did Sandra have to poke you in the side and say, "Hey, you're talking in your sleep again"?
I actually don't talk in my sleep, at least not that I know of. I snore. She says I snore. Of course, I don't know how I can snore through a CPAP mask. Or his life-size Robbie the robot. Everyone should have a life-size Robbie. Also, the original Lost in Space robot. Yeah. But yeah, that's the basic premise in it. I have to get out of this block. It's sort of like I don't know how many authors have this where they get they're done with a trilogy. The trilogy, and they've completed the series, and they're just taking their time, not knowing where they want to go. That's
George R. Martin.
Yes, but he never finished his stories.
Well, technically, he's still working on it.
Yeah,
and then doing side projects in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, no, I knew this was.
So your side projects are your two grandkids.
Yes, the two grandkids,
yeah.
And King Dolphin TV. And really, that's that is. I love it. I love doing King Dolphin TV. It is taking 12 years of nothing ain't working on it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, because I've got besides work, and because I still have to pay for a house, pay for the care and feeding of Snoopy and Sandra. But King Dolphin TV, two grandkids, and yeah, writers and excuses. Hey, nobody cares. This is just, let's just say it's a side project. I didn't really think it was going to amount for anything. Now watch, Comic Book Crusader is going to see this and he's going to throttle me for saying that. He said, all this work I'm doing with Hungry Boy and you're going to quit. No. And that's the other thing. We got to, I'm waiting for Comic Relief Crusader to get to that spot where we're ready to put the things together.
Yeah, well, you've got to have the blueprint for it.
That's true. That's true. And I do.
So are you going to have the exact same amount of espionage, military, and family all intertwined in this prequel?
Could be. Could be.
Yeah, and then we get to find out about some of the different branches of the spy organization.
Yeah. But you know what? Deep down, you're going to see spy versus spy. You're going to see a white spy and a black spy beating up on each other.
Yeah, I used to love those Mad magazines for the spy versus spy, as well as the Steve Martin, comic strips.
Jill, yes, I do.
Yeah, I can just imagine, Raymond there having one of those billboards. And, here's an idea, pin it on the board. Here's an idea, pin it on the board.
Yeah.
And then using string, it's like, let's tie these two together. It's make a web all over. And
actually, it's like I play 52 pickup. I put various names on a deck of cards, toss them in the air, and whatever falls down now.
But that should be a game that you play with your grandkids. Let them pick the card, and it's like, okay, here, use this person. Oh, here, use this pop point.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of games with the grandkids, we actually played. My daughter-in-law, my oldest granddaughter, and I played a game. Played the Game of Life. I have the Game of Life somewhere down in my basement, old school, and I'm looking at this. I'm going, "This isn't the Game of Life I know." And I'm like, "Wow." Snort says, "I never finished my novel because I misplaced my favorite crayon in 1979. Snort, that's when I started writing my first draft with the hero Jan Ando, and it morphed in 40 years to what it is now. So, yeah, it was a lot of, and I plugged it out on my ex-mother-in-law's old plunky typewriter. Man, that brings back memories. Plunky typewriters.
Yeah, it's always fun when you're trying to go a little faster, then the keys get stuck.
Yeah.
And you try to pry it apart without getting the ink on the end of your fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 1950s vintage. Yeah, it was 1950s vintage. It was the typewriter. It was not electric. It's amazing how far we've gotten in that time.
So do you happen to have a time frame that we're looking at? Like even just for the various stages?
No, I don't. I think that's one thing Comic Relief and I are going to have to talk on. It will probably be middle to end of next year. But again, we've got a Comic Relief and I have to discuss where we are on and what we want to do.
Yeah, because I know going through school, procrastinate until you know there's a deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, hey, your writer's block is cleared.
Indeed.
So I don't know if you might have to, put on that, okay, we need to have the general outline done by this date.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue by this date so that he can start, putting it in, the air bubbles in the stories.
Yeah. And the thing is this is my first attempt at a script type format. The three books, the three books are all prose. So trying to convert a story, I've never done storyboarding or scripting, that type of stuff. So I'm learning too. And I've learned through not to do stick figures for my storyboarding. We all know what happened when I mentioned that last time.
Yeah, it looks like you were playing Hangman each panel.
Uh-huh. No, my stick figures end up anatomically correct. Through no fault of my own. G.R. Martin.
So in other words, you like drawing straight lines and lots of big circles.
Well, no, not the big circles. Let's just say the straight lines. And leave it at that. So
well, the heads are sort of circular, are they not?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So, yeah.
So I guess it'll be a while before we have to start doing the teasing of, oh, which Christmas will this finally be done?
Yeah. That was hilarious. I gotta bring that up. I've got to bring that up. Yeah, that was hilarious. Of course, Fett's amazing anyway. So let's see. Memes. No, that's Kitty. Yeah. Did I? Oh no, I had it at the kitty table. Okay. I don't know why I had it on the kitty table. Mm-hmm. This is the problem with all this taking with all the content Fett is giving me. It's just
yeah, you get it, it's in a folder.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, in order to use it, I need to move it to a different folder that's easier for me to find. And
okay, I found it. The memories.
Yeah, Snort, I think you need to manicure your claws in order to help with the typing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He knows where the line stops. Doesn't know where the line stops. He doesn't know where the line stops. Gives up on typing. Okay. Where was this? All right, there we go. There we go. Yep, that's where we'll probably start saying Devil Ray is coming. And so is Christmas. If you make the editor of the book the villain, the story might go faster. But you'll probably make an enemy of your editor. Life mirrors art, LOL. Yeah, true. And I really like the editor here because he's teaching me a lot. I think once the holidays are done and over with, we can. I could start really working on it. I've actually, let me see how many pages I've got. Comic project. Let's see. I got about 20 pages on my first book because I'm leaning to it being a series. Whether I may put the white flag and decide to make it a graphic. Maybe nobody cares. We can't use that word in the YouTube doesn't like those things.
Yeah, because I think right now the standard comic is like around
20 pages.
20 pages. And then if you go into the prestige format, I think those are more like 30 to 40 pages. And then the graphic novels would be, I think, slightly above that as well.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on a quick second.
And then after this secret project is near completion, is that when you're going to tap Fet for Hire to say, hey, we need a cover to sort of go in line with the rest of the series?
That's an idea. That is an idea. Let me get rid of that.
Yeah, because it's very rare right now to have interior art and the cover artist being the same individual. A lot of times for the Indiegogo and these self-publishers, a lot of them do the whole thing. But when you break it down to different sections, and yeah, you've got different people contributing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not sure how we're gonna do that. As we'll have to see if Fet, Fet might be able to do something amazing with it.
Oh, he always does amazing work.
Yeah, my cover artist is also the interior artist.
Yeah, because amazing is what Fet does.
Yes, you know that. We know that. Let's see.
But of course, we won't tell him that when he's around. Got to
So
keep
true.
the suspense.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, right now, it's at about 20 pages, but I'm doing a lot of these splash pages, you know. So, but I will. It will. I think it'll work.
Gee, a splash page and a dolphin and Surfside. Gee, were you planning that deliberately or what?
Splash page. True. Yeah, it's true. Okay, but that's what we're working on. That's what Comic Relief and I are working on. Like I said, I've got to get with him, and because he's he's got a lot of things. He's got his job, and he's doing the lessons that the editor's doing, and so we'll see. And maybe I could start. Maybe this delay will help me come up with a newer and different different mm, uh and, do you know it's impossible for anyone to accurately draw Medusa, because whenever it gets remotely close, the drawing arm turns to stone. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, but yeah, it's definitely coming out. It'll come. I think it'll come out by toward the end of 24. So,
all right, we can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah.
The anticipation has now begun.
Yes. Now that I've put a date on it. So, and whether it is a comic series or a graphic novel, we shall find out. So,
yeah, and then we'll find out whether it's a one shot or a one of 3 miniseries or one of 6 miniseries.
yeah, exactly.
So you'll have your work cut out for you.
I always do. Maybe I'll have my oldest granddaughter call me every day. Say, "Did you do something? Did you do something, Grandpa?"
And you'll say yes, but
And
none of it's story related. We know
True.
how grandpas work.
Yes, true. Yes, indeedy. So, okay. Well, this has been a great Surfside chat. Don't you agree, Legatus?
It's among the top rated ones.
Yeah, because we got you here. We were able to drag you on, kicking and screaming. Of course, it's hard to drag a skeleton kicking and screaming across the across the floor.
Well, that's one of the things about being the first one in and the last one out.
Yeah.
Because I got to wait till you give me the keys to allow me to exit.
Yeah. That's true. So, I think on that note, it's time for show notes.
Shows with Mr. Rain. Shows with Sandra too. Mr. Raymond, push the button.
It always worries me when we see that last picture of Pudgy there.
What, in the goatee?
Yeah, and the goatee. I keep thinking that that's Mirror Pudgy that just came out of nowhere.
Oh, you said the word.
Yeah, well, I didn't invite Pudgy on here. Yes, I know I did.
Say it 2 more times.
Nope. Not going to say it. And Pudgy's out there. He's probably already left after he asked the hard-hitting cookie question. He got 2 answers. He got 2 answers tonight. That's a rarity. Okay, so we are at show notes. Okay. Let me do something real quick here.
Yep, so we had Nobody Cares.
Yep.
We had The Phantom Outsider.
Mm-hmm.
We also had Scarlet Fever
Yeah,
joining us as part of the mayhem.
Yeah, first time here. First time here. All right. I am not going to say it this time. I think I am just going to play it because I think it says it for itself.
Well, Snort, that might be coming up. Who knows?
Oh, let's see. No, I don't want that.
Decisions.
It's just too freaking organized. Too freaking organized. Oh, and please, while I'm doing this, if you could please, again, put a CK out there for my friend, Dr. Kat Kemmerling, as she's going through her healing process. Thank you. I think that says it all. On Friday or on Saturday, the Slappies.
Yeah, and you can see going through the Rogues Gallery there.
Yep.
Counted each image. How
Mm.
often was King Dolphin TV in it?
Hmm.
And I can think that they might be leading in the nomination and win categories.
No, I am not. I am recusing myself from the mayhem.
What, are you saying the host can't win an award? Preposterous.
Inconceivable. Inconceivable. Pro tip: never agree to piecework with a clever polar bear. Looks at Snort. He once promised snacks per word. He promptly handed in a dictionary and a multi-volume encyclopedia. He said all the words and background information is there. He just needed to organize it. They had to crash a cruise ship near his home and voided the contract. Okay, so again, Saturday, the Slappies. Need I say more? The worst of the worst. On Sunday, the 31st, King Dolphin TV will ring in New Year's Eve with the pod. We had a great one last year, and look how 2023, how crappy 2023 came out. We're gonna do a different one, and it's gonna make 2024 better. And once again, I'm going to tell the great sea story that Snort donated. So that will be cool. So that is a rather truncated show notes to wrap up the end of the year. And please, guys, we need to start getting. I have one interview for January. Let's get some interviews out there. So, I mean, I don't mind talking, and I don't mind such esteemed guests like Legatus Legion and I coming on board. And it's good talking to people of the pod. I enjoyed you coming on, Legatus.
Oh, thanks for having me.
One of the first people of the pod. I'd invite Snort, but all I would get was growls, and probably get lose a hand or lose a fluke or something like that for bringing him out into the public.
Yeah, growl, munch, 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 num, num, num.
Mm-hmm. That's all I'll probably, he is such a shy bear, reclusive bear, he just, I don't know. Maybe I'll bribe him with a picnic basket.
Hey, Yogi Bear.
Yeah. Will 2024 be better? Don't know. The only guarantee is it'll be longer by 1 day since it's a leap year. And Scarlet Fever has the champagne ready. All right. Okay. That is my lack of camera and microphone has kept you safe. Again, we wouldn't even see your face. All we would get here is munch, munch, growl, growl, bark. So, all right. That is shillings.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. With Mr. Raymond and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. Done.
All right. So, thanks to everybody who came here. We had Captain Infinity, or also known as No One Cares. We had Phantom Outsider. with his words of wisdom. We had Scarlet Fever welcoming to the first time of the chat. Please like and subscribe, Scarlet, and look forward to seeing more of you here in the pod. And then the amazing Wrench team, the greatest bunch of wrenches anywhere on YouTube. We have our producer, Sandra. Love you, honey. We had the amazing anti-derivative Jill here. We had the exterminator, Dalek 451. We had the hard-hitting journalistic question, Pudgy Hedgehog. Go see him on Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures. And I hope you liked the Christmas story. The Christmas story that we had. And of course, we cannot end the show without you know who. Start up a bus! You bar! Don't scream! Get ready for the slappies. I may have some jokes too. And also, Sniffles may have some jokes. I don't know about that Major Kong. He's kind of weird. He just, you know what happens when he shows up. So, great show tonight. Nice meeting you, Legatus. You guys have a great evening. All right. And Legatus, thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure.
Oh, you're so very welcome.
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Well, no promises, but we'll see.
Sounds good. All right, everybody, did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Yeah, I think I got everybody. I don't like leaving anybody unnoticed. I think we got everybody. All right. So, everybody, you have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of the week. If you guys have started your vacations early, enjoy your vacations. And we will see you on Saturday for the Slappies. And take care. Be safe. I love you all. And have a good night. Stick around, Legatus.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
Night, everybody.
This segment is brought to you by the DolphinWars.com.